And Michael, I think it's particularly important for this particular defendant, only because he wasn't the main person. He was the one that kind of went along with it. And I think it's important for the judge to be reminded of this idea that when you are 16, you are so susceptible to peer pressure. Yeah. And you get involved in these situations, and you can be egged into doing something. We see it all the time. Thankfully, in most cases, it's not something as bad as this. And you would think that this sort of moral compass would click in at some point, but he's also explaining this moral culpability aspect. I think it's all pretty important.
I fully agree with you. When I was watching that testimony, I was thinking of all the things that I've experienced, you know, growing up, and my friends did, and they just got lucky. And I'm lucky to even be alive. I mean, we engaged in so many risky things and jumping off things, and we're just lucky to be alive. When that doctor was talking, I was thinking about, you know, he was saying even if you emigrate to a country and you're younger than 12, you don't even have to learn the language. You'll just absorb it and you won't have an accent. And I thought about myself. I immigrated here when I was 9. I don't have an accent. I never studied the language. And that just shows you how impressionable your mind is at that age. And so this kid, I could see this kid getting invited with his other friend. He wanted to fit in, and hey, come here, we're going to talk to her about this bad grade in the Spanish class. One thing led to another, and then she died, and they admitted to it. I'm not excusing it, but I agree with you, Michael. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't the perpetrator. He was there. So I think it matters, and I think it should lessen his sentence. I don't think this kid should go away for 5,000 years like the other kid. You know, I mean, these sentences are just handed out, and they're so large and they're so long, and people, we just got so used to it. But I agree with you, Michael. I think that matters.
Yeah, it does matter, and I think that's part, Judge, why the prosecution is seeking a little bit less time for him